Hey everyone, it's Jason. Today we're going to play Legendary Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I have not actually played this version of Legendary before. I played the Marvel one a bunch of times. I've done the Encounters, Aliens, Predator, Firefly, but I haven't played Buffy yet. I thought it'd be a great time, Halloween, let's bust out, some vampire slayage. So I kind of took the base, setup they told me to do. I switched out a couple of things. So the characters we're going to have in our deck are going to be Buffy, Giles, Willow, Xander, and Oz. I swapped out Oz for Angel, and I did that for two reasons. One was because I thought, okay, I want to make sure I had someone with some strength cards in there to kind of replace Angel. And two, because I'm doing a setup. Whenever I play, I always house roll that I usually add a card from a different character into the base decks. So you're not just having the regular, you have one special card in there. But I always give everyone the same card, so everyone still starts with the same deck. So I had I only used 2-cost cards. It's basically the first card you can afford to buy. So every deck has an Angel card. I also thought that fit a little bit more thematic with Buffy, being that Angel, like, in the beginning of the series, Angel was kind of like just in the background. So it's kind of, he'll pop up occasionally, but he won't be a major presence. The only thing because the way this game is based, is it tries to encompass the entire series of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I kind of don't like the fact that Willow has all these magical powers right away. I wish, they could have almost broke this down into, several sets. So you could have had one with, an earlier Willow and one with, a later Willow, but, it's what it is. So we're gonna fight the Master. So he has attack equal to the dark. So on the other side of the decks over here is our light darkness counter, which is a new thing for this game. It's not in the Marvel ones. Basically, some effects can only activate or don't activate if you're in the light or dark. So when we're in the dark, you gotta play a villain from the villain deck, and then Master Strike, set the dark to 3. Each time a player discards a random card for each Master Strike that has been played. Alright, so we'll see what happens here. In our Steam, we did change the Steam from the starting one. We changed it to Darkness Falls, because it's very simple. So it's 8 Steam twists. Twist, trigger the dark effect on the big bag. And then wins when there's 7 Steam twists. So I don't have to focus too much on what the Steam's doing. I can kind of work on playing. I am going to play a 4-player game. So I have four hands set up out here, down here on the bottom. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to put I have cards from the Buffy the Vampire trading card game. So we have Buffy, Giles, Willow, and Angel. So we're going to have these 4 represent our 4 different players, just so we know whose turn it is. So I'll just kind of set the character over here off to the side. So once player 1, you'll be Buffy. Player 2, I'll slide Giles up there. So on, so forth. Just so you guys can kind of keep an eye on whose turn it is. I'm going to slide the board up a little bit more, because you don't really need to see the top that much. More the focus is right here. But I can play the cards down here so we can see who's doing what on what turn. We also start with courage tokens. So each player is going to get 1 courage token, which I'll just place on their character card for now. It's a good way of reminding who has them. And the way the courage token works is I can use them to not pay for costs, but I believe I can only use them to increase my damage. Let me just double check that. I don't think they work exactly like the shards do. Courage tokens. Players can spend their courage tokens to, either gain 1 recruit or attack point. You can save them up. So basically they work the same as the shards do in the Marvel game. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start. Let's see who our first 4 cards in the library are. We're going to have Residual Werewolf Thing with Oz. 3-cost strength card. It says you may gain a wound and place it on top of your deck. If you do, get +2 attack, and I can KO a wound with it. We have Willow Rosenberg, I Owe You Pain. So we can, 3 cost, we can discard a card or advance the dark, depending on what we need to do. We have Xander Harris. Libram Incendiary. If it is dark, set it to light 1. If I play another Scooby, I get plus attack equal to the light. We have another Willow, another 3 cost. Slayer activation spell. Draw 1 card, discard, or advance the dark. And then we got the big Giles card, which I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle right back into the middle of the deck, because we're not going to get 7 at any time. I don't like to handicap myself that much. Alright, we got another Oz. That is fine. Then we're also going to play with the other house rule that I do is the 2 things I do is, 1, when I buy a card, I move everything over, and I just place the new card on the first spot instead of just replacing it where I bought it from. Which can change how the effects of certain enemies work depending on where they are in the town. This one being Sunnydale. And the second thing I do is if the card then sitting at the end has been out for a round or 2, as a group, whoever's playing, we have the option to get rid of that card. So right now I have 2 residual werewolf things. If I decided to buy one and the other one sat there for multiple turns because nobody wanted it for that effect, we could opt to get rid of it at the end of a round, which is all 4 players, and reshuffle a new one. And I do that because otherwise people end up having to buy cards they don't want in their deck, or don't work with their theme, just to try and hope to get new stuff to come out. Or sometimes you get like a big high 6-7 cost card that no one can afford, and it just sits on the board. So this town here, we got our wounds, we got our bystanders. We got our potential slayers over here, which have 2 recruit. It says, instead of playing this, you may discard it to advance the light. So it's kind of a fun little extra thing there if I need it. And then we have our town. We have Hellmouth, Sunnydale High, the Bronx, Downtown, and the Cemetery. Alright, so we're going to start our first turn. We're going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to get basically a hand of generic cards. We're going to get the Watchers, which are our 1 recruit cards, and our Initiative Soldiers, which are 1 attack. So we'll flip over our first character. Our first villain is Sweets. He's a demon. Ambush. Each player chooses a card and passes it to the left. Fight. The same effect. Alright. Because I got that right away, I have to draw everybody's hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which I hadn't done yet, because I was just going to try and take everyone's turn 1 turn at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Now everyone gets to take a card, pass it to the left, right? Yeah. So I'm going to have Buffy pass her Initiative Soldier to my left, which will be to the Angel player. Giles, I think, well, we'll just pass another initiative over. Basically, we just probably do that the entire hand unless somebody has something good. So the Willow player does have my Angel card, which is a 2 attack card that says Advance the Light. So he did put that in there to kind of help us out a little bit. Now, she does have a bunch of initiatives, so she's going to pass a Watcher over. And then I think Angel's also going to pass a Watcher, because he's going to be like, I'm going to try that. Alright, so let's see what we can do on Buffy's turn here. Alright, can we see everything pretty well? We can. So we have 4 Watchers and 2 Soldiers. So 2 Soldiers is definitely not enough to do anything, but with 4 cost, I can buy some cards. I'm only going to be able to buy 1. But I think I'm going to need some attack right away. So why don't we start off by buying this Xander card? Because if I'm stuck in the dark, that will definitely help me. Alright. And then we will shift everything down. We will flip this over, and we got another Oz. Alright, so I'm going to do then is just immediately shuffle that one back into the deck. We'll stick that back in there somewhere. We'll do a little quick shuffle here, just because I got 3 of them right off the bat. There's only sometimes 3 or 4, there's 5 of those cards, but we don't want to start off with too many of the same one. And, okay, I drew a second one. Alright, that's what it is then. I'm not playing around too much with it. Alright, so that was Buffy's turn. So before I draw my next cards, we'll slide her down. We'll slide Giles up. Now, if I have enough, I could have spent one more point to give me 6 points. I would have had 5 points. It still wouldn't have been enough to buy anything else. Giles is going to be a little bit better, but he's got 5 Watchers and 1 Initiative Soldier. So now I could spend my Courage token to buy multiple cards. So I think we're going to do it. He's going to spend his Courage. He's going to buy... We're going to buy this Willow first. Slide everything over. See what our new one is. And we got another one of those. So we'll just buy this one over here. We want both of them anyhow. For our 6 points. And then we'll slide him back down. And we'll see what we got. We got the Sophish Giles. Says you may KO a Watcher in your hand. If you do, put a potential Slayer in your hand to replace it. That is a fun card. Alright. Oh, we didn't draw our enemy. My bad. We forgot to do that. It was the 3. The 3 get plus attack equal to the dark. Alright. So that didn't hurt us anyhow. I'm going to do... No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to put attack or courage counters on the enemies to keep track of their attack with the dark, but now I got to constantly pull them on and off. Alright, so now we got Willow, so that's alright. Let's remember to see what our first enemy is. We got Spike. Spike's attack is increased by the total number of recruit that the hero has captured. Heroes has captured. Ambush, capture the hero at the lowest in the library. Gain all heroes the Spike is captured. So the lowest is going to be a 3. So we'll have him just capture one of these Oz's. Because then we already got one of those. And we'll flip over. We got a Hurricane Buffy card. To recruit, draw a card. If it's dark, you may KO a hand from your hand or discard pile. Alright, so what's Willow going to do? She actually has some good attacks here. So she's got 2, 3, 4, 5 attack, and 2 recruit. And we're going to advance the dark 1. So now we're up in the light. So that reduces the cost of some of these guys. So now I have 5 points. So I'm probably just going to take out Sweet. I could take out Spike and gain a card. Or I could take out the 3. And just not have to worry about him getting more powerful. Actually, we'll spend our Courage token, and that gives us 6, and we'll take out both of these guys. That's actually a good call there. Alright, and we're just going to have one villain pile. We're not worried about who has control of what. That might come back to bite me at some point, but we won't worry about it. Alright, so it actually works out nice for her, because then she gets a card as well. Trying to figure out my setup here. Sorry, guys. She'll slide back down. Angel will slide up to take his turn. We will take his 6 cards. We will see who our first enemy is. We have some Hellhounds. Alright, Hellhounds aren't too bad. Ambush, advance the dark. Just drops back down 1. It's alright, not a big deal. Angel is going to have 3 initiatives and 3 watchers. So, we may as well spend our 3 attack, and we'll take out one of these guys, just to get him out of our way. And then we will spend our 3 attack, and you know what? He is going to buy... I think we'll have him start with buying these green cards, and we'll buy the recruit one first, so we can get some extra recruit when that comes along. Alright, so that was round 1. That wasn't too bad. Now we have round 2. We're going to draw an extra 6 cards. Now, normally, you just draw the rest of your hand, but because I put the extra card in there, we have 1 extra card. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have 1 card left over. Normally, I like to put something in that gives me a draw effect. It's kind of a fun way to start out, because then you might get into your other cards right away on turn 2, but that is not what happened. Alright, so now it's Buffy's turn again. We have to replace our thing. We got another Xander. And our villain is more Hellhounds. Okay, that's not good, because we just advanced the darkness twice. If it goes one more time, the big bag will trigger. Alright, so what do we got here? We have Broody Pants Angel and 1 Initiative Soldier, which gets us 3, and we have 4 Watchers. So I'll always put the Dark back up 1. And we have 3 attacks, so we may as well spend our 3 attack to take out these Hellhounds. Again, just keep these guys off the board. And we have 4 buy powers. What did I buy? I bought that Xander before, so if I buy another... I really need another Scooby character. So let's buy another Xander. We'll just buy another one. Gets us another Scooby character to go with that. Alright. Up next is Giles. So he's going to draw next cards here. We replace it with a Donut Run Xander. 2 across, advance to the light, and if I played another Covert, I get +1 recruit. And our enemy is the Gentleman. Fight. Each player KOs a card in their hand. If the darkness is at 3, that card must cost 1 or more. Alright. So, we only want to fight him if I'm willing to sacrifice something, so we might just have to let him escape. Unfortunately. Alright, so what can Giles do for us? He's got 2, which advances our light, so that's not bad. But he's only got 3 recruit, or 3 attack, which doesn't really help us, and 4 buy power. Now, 4 buy power would definitely be helpful. So he bought the blue card before, so we're going to buy the other blue card. We'll kind of keep him on that theme for the moment. Just so he has some synergy in his deck next turn, hopefully. And we're going to replace it with another Xander. Alright, what's Willow got for us? Slide the Gentleman over, and we have Drusilla. Ambush. Each player discards their hand and draws 1 less card than they discarded. Fight. Advance the darkness and KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. Alright, so each player discards their hand and draws 1 less card. Alright, that's alright. She didn't have that great of a hand, so she's going to draw 1 card. We're going to reshuffle our decks. I'm only going to get 5 cards. But the upside to that is actually not too bad, because that means now everyone's going to immediately get to shuffle their deck and get rid of that 1 last card they didn't need in there. Yeah, so right now, I think the Master's going to be too hard to beat. That Steam could be tricky if stuff starts popping out. We haven't got to play at the light and darkness too much. 1, 2, 3, 4. She has her 5 cards. I'm going to shuffle everyone's decks back up, because they discard their hand, and then they only had to shuffle to redraw. So we'll just get this done right away. I'm going to pause it for a sec while I do this. Alright, we're back to everyone's deck is shuffled. Their hands are redrawn. We'll start Willow's turn. She's going to get her 3. This doesn't help her, but it does advance the light at least. And then we have 3 Watchers. So we need to get some things. So let's buy just a recruit card. Let's buy a potential Slayer for her. Hopefully that will help her out. So that she can just recruit some more cards. We need some higher recruits in here. Alright, good old Angel is up. You guys are getting closer to escaping. And we have a Master Strike, so no one actually moves. Except, what does the Master Strike do? Master Strike. Set the dark to 3. Each player discards a random card for each Master Strike that has been played. Alright, so set the dark to 3. Trigger the big bag to move, then move the darkness to 1. So does it trigger on 3 or does it trigger after 3? Let's see if I can find that. Every big bad has a dark ability. If the counter's already at 3 when it should advance. Okay, so it doesn't trigger until it advances again. But each player discards a random card for each Master Strike that has been played. So it had been played, not the one that is played. So my first turn, I am still fine. But we haven't played his turn yet. Alright, so what can Angel do for us? We need to start taking out some guys. Unfortunately, I only got a 3 and a 2, which none of that really helps me. I could spend 4 to gain an extra attack, but that won't help me, but I might have to spend the 3 to at least gain a card. So let's spend his courage token. Let's pick up one of these Oz's, get one of them off the board. And then we have another Zanger, which is Glorified Bricklayer, which says draw a card and advance the light. If I play a Scooby. Alright, so that'll definitely be fun when we get to that. Alright, next turn we're back up to Buffy. Slide everything over. We have Vampire Initiate. Ambush, capture a bystander. Alright, so we'll just slide that underneath. We don't need to see who that is yet. But I might be able to beat those guys. Let's see what Buffy has. 2, 3 Watchers, and 2 Initiative. Yeah, so 3 Watchers, she definitely needs to buy a card. I think we will buy Donut Run. That'll help us there. And that'll initiate another Donut Run. And I think we're going to spend our other Courage token to take out this Vampire Initiate. So it just beats him, and then we captured a bystander. We rescued Billy Fordham. Advance the Darkness. Oh, crap. Billy, you screwed me over. Alright, so that's going to advance the Darkness. It's going to trigger it back to 1. Dark, play a villain from the villain deck. Which is a Steam Twist. Alright, so the Steam Twist says... Twist, trigger the dark effect on the big bad. It says play a card from the villain deck. Alright. So we just gotta play another villain to replace it. Another Steam Twist. Okay, that's definitely not helpful. We rescued Herbert the Pig. Alright, so he'll just kind of hang out there for the moment. Alright, Giles is up next. Who's gonna capture Herbert? Helfrich. Ambush, if it is dark, each player gains a wound. Crap. So everyone's gonna gain a wound to their discard pile. Alright. What can Giles do for us this turn? He can set up 2 initiative soldiers, which doesn't help, and 3 watchers. We need to buy some cards. Because everything is so costly. Alright, we'll buy another donut run with him. At least it gets him to advance the light. And we got Trademark Stoicism from Oz. Light, reveal a card from your deck until you reveal a card that costs more than 0. Draw it, KO all wounds revealed. This way, discard all other cards. That is actually very powerful. I'm just not getting anyone that's getting 5 power. Alright, Willow's up. We're going to draw another Steam Twist, which will just make us play another villain. Patrice. Patrice gets plus equal to the darkness. Ambush, advance the dark. Alright. Alright, everyone's going to move, so we're going to start... People are going to start escaping because I'm not getting high enough attacks. Alright, Willow's up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She gets a full hand again. Alright, this will help us. So we got 2 attack. Plus 3 there. And then we have 4 recruit power. So with the 3 attack, I could gain a wound to... I could gain a wound to gain 2 extra attack, which would give me 5, which would be enough to take out another character. Which actually, that's not a bad idea. So it's risky because I'm gonna have to advance the darkness, but So I take out him, doesn't do much except it keeps his effect from triggering, which is passing cards, which isn't terrible, I guess. The Gentleman says each player KOs a card in their hand. If the darkness is at 3, the card must cost more than 1. So that can help me get rid of some of the Watchers out of people's hands early on, but I don't even know if I want to do that this early in the game. I think I'm going to take out Drusilla, just because if I fight, I advance the darkness, but I get a KO a wound from my hand. So basically I can add that, and then get rid of it. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to KO this. We're going to gain a wound from his deck, but then it's just going to get KO'd anyhow, so it doesn't kind of cost there. And now I have 4 buy power. I think we will buy the other odds here. And we'll start some odds in that deck. And we got Slayer in the activation spell, so lets me draw a card. Alright, what does Angel have for us? Angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's our villain? We get Vampire Initiates, capture a bystander. Alright. That's not terrible as long as I don't get another stupid Billy Ford. Alright, we got some good cards here. So we have Advance the Dark and 2 attack. So that puts it back up to 1 on the dark. No. Puts us back at 2 because we didn't advance it for Drusilla. Drusilla would have put it at 3. So we leave it at 2. That gives us 5 attacks. I can actually take out some of these guys. Plus, I also get Hurricane Buffy, which lets me draw a card. And then if it's dark, I may KO a card from my hand or discard pile. I'm going to KO my wound. So that's actually helpful there. And I have 4 more things. I have 5 buying power. I think with that 5 buying power, we're going to buy this one. We're going to get some more attack over in this deck. And we got our Giles back. Alright, we'll leave him out. That's fine. But then with my 4 attack power, I only have 4 attack. I thought I had 5. Well, if I only have 4, I can only take out the Vampire Initiative. Because she would have 5, because she'd have 2 for the darkness. So that's alright. We'll take out that, and then we're going to get a Lily Bystander. So you draw 2 cards, and then discard a card. So I'm going to draw my last 2 cards, and one's a Watcher. I might discard it, which leaves me with only 1. But I spent my other 4, so that doesn't help me anyhow. So that was not a waste, but at least it gets that guy out of my hand. I have to reshuffle. Alright, so we are back up to Buffy's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're getting about the point where I have to shuffle everyone's deck again, so I will pause when that happens. We have another Steam Quest. We're going to lose to Steam Quest. We have Hellmouth. We're going to put him at 3, so we are at 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 Steam Quests already. That is not good. Since I haven't done, anything this game. Alright, we have Advance the Light. That'll help us with Old Broody Pants. Plus we have Xander's Librium Incendiary. So if it is dark, set the light to 1. That is helpful. Which, granted, I actually should have played them the other direction, because I could have set it to 1 and then advanced it by 1. But I didn't do that. And if I played another Scooby character, I would have attack equal to the light. I unfortunately don't have another Scooby, but I have an Initiate Soldier, and I have 3 Watchers. So I can get a 3-cost card. I think for now we're just going to buy another potential Slayer, because that'll help us out there. And I can spend my 5 attack. I need to take out some of these guys. I think at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the gentleman because each player has to discard a card, but maybe I can just get rid of one of the watchers out of there. I know I need the buying power, but maybe it'll help me out. Or do I want... No, let's take out Sweets first. We'll just take out Sweets. I don't have to worry about his effect. I don't have to deal with that. Alright, so that takes care of Buffy's turn. Maybe that extra recruit point will help. Alright, we'll flip up here to Giles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we have... What new villain do we have? We have another bystander. It should be another Lily. So that actually be helpful if I have some attack. Do I have at least 3 attack? I do. So, we're going to play Willow's I Owe You Pain, which gives me 3 attack, but I have to discard a card or advance the darkness. Now, the thing is, I have 3 watchers, or 4 watchers, so I could discard one and have 3 of them. I can only buy 1 card. But that's fine, because I want to buy that Slayer activation anyhow. So I'm just going to discard one of my watchers so I don't have to advance the dark. And I'm going to play Old Booty Pants by Angel to advance the dark anyhow, or light anyhow. So that way it helps me out that way. Which gets me 5 points. Now, if I defeat the Hellhounds, I get to draw 2 cards and discard 1, which could get me another high-powered card. But I don't think I really need to. Because what I need to do is just buy this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Is we're going to spend these 3. We're going to buy this. And that will get replaced with another Hurricane Buffy. And then we're going to spend our 5 points. We are going to take out the Gentleman. Which does say, each player tails a card in their hand. If the dark is set at 3, that cost must be 1 or more. So I can get rid of any card out of someone's hand. I'm going to have to do a shuffle everyone's deck up to find out what's in everybody's hand. So I am going to pause the video again while I do that. But for right now, that is the end of that turn. Alright, so I reshuffled everyone's hands. Now, Giles doesn't have to discard because technically it's still his turn. He just didn't have any cards. I've already reshuffled him though because his turn is done. But Buffy is going to... She's going to KO a wound. It's a card in her hand. It doesn't specify what card it had to be. So it actually works out really nice for her. Let's see. Willow has... we're going to get rid of an initiative soldier. We're going to take that risk with her because I have a bunch of recruit cards. And Angel is going to take the risk of getting one of them. One other thing I missed, because this is a new rule to this game, is if I defeat someone in the downtown or Sunnydale High, I advance the light. So I probably missed maybe 1 or 2 times before. I wasn't really paying attention. So I'm not going to go back and try and figure that out. Like any game, if you miss a rule, it's missed. But since I just defeated the gentleman in downtown, I gave it advance to the light. Which also explains how I can get stuff advanced to the light a lot quicker. Alright, anyhow, it is now Willow's turn. Let's see who our new villain is. More Hellhounds. They're going to advance the dark. That's not too bad, though. Because, again, it also puts a nice, easy guy to defeat on that spot. So we have some potential Slayers, which I could play instead. I could discard it to advance the light if I needed to. But I can use the 4 draw power, or the 4 recruit points. I only have 2 attacks, so I can't do anything with my attack. It kind of sucks, but I can at least recruit a 4-cost card. So I think with her, I think I have other green cards, so I'm not going to double check. So we're going to buy this Hurricane Buffy. So I think this will work out really well for her. Alright, so we'll discard that, move her. Angel's turn. We're going to replace this with a Binding Field Giles. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Draw all Watchers and potential Slayers revealed this way. If it's a tech card, you get +1 for each gray hero you played this turn. Alright, so I'll work well with that one if I can get him. Alright, so Angel's villain is going to be another Steam Twist. Look. And a Herbert the Pig. Alright, so you're going to go under there, so no one advances. But we're getting really close to using that Steam Twist, and we haven't even touched the Master once. Alright, so we're going to play Trademark Stoicism first. And then we're going to play 4 Initiative. But it says a light. Reveal cards from your deck until reveal a card that costs more than 0. Draw it. KO all wounds revealed this way. Discard all other cards. So our first Initiative. Giles. Alright, so our first one's going to be Old Broody Pants. It gets us 2 more attacks and advances our light. So now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I could take out the Master and have 2 points left over. Or I could try and clear the field a little bit. I think that that's what I'm going to do. It'd be nice. It would be nice to just take out the Master. But, like, I think taking out multiple other guys at this point might be a better idea. So especially because they're getting a lot of bystanders. Because as the escape of the bystander, I have to start discard. Everyone has to discard a card. So I think what we'll do first is, I think we'll take out her. But she's going to say that and gain a wound. So we'll take out her, but since she was in downtown, we're going to gain a courage token. So that'll help. And then we rescued Herbert the Pig, which will gain me another courage token. So that's actually not too bad. So that was 6 of my points. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have 3 points left. It's not enough to, even with the 2 courage tokens, it's only up to 5. So it's not enough to go. So I'm going to take out the other Hellhound here, because I'll up my courage, or my light token by 1. It's going to give me Lily. So just draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So what 2 did I get? Oh, I got another Lily, which shouldn't have been in my deck. So I just got 2 Watchers, so I'll discard 1 Watcher. I got 1 extra that doesn't help me do anything, because I've already spent my recruit points this turn. I could spend my 2 courage tokens, but again, there's nothing. It's 3 except for a Watcher. But that at least gives me a good thing there. Alright, so that was Angel's turn. So now he's set to do some damage next turn. Alright, Buffy is up. We're going to get another Hellhound, which will just advance our light back down to dark 1. So we got Xander. He's just going to gain us 2 because I don't have any Scoobies or anything else. But we'll gain 3 there, and we have 3 recruit points. So we'll take out this Hellhound here, who has a Herbert, which gains me a courage token. So I have 3 recruit points, which is nothing I can buy normally. I could spend 1 to gain an extra card. I'm going to do that. We're going to spend 1. We're going to buy this Xander, because it will, if I can get both of them at the same time, that will definitely help me. Alright, and our next one is Research Guy. 2, and reveal a top card of deck. If it's a Watcher or Slayer, gain a courage token. Alright, so that could definitely be helpful. Alright, Giles is up next. Our villain is the Judge. Ooh, crap, he's a 9. He's gonna be hard. The Judge gets attack equal to the dark. In ambush, advance the dark. If I fight him, though, the light goes up twice. Alright, so we're back down to darkness 1. What can Giles do for me? Alright, so I have some combos here I can do. Because I do have this one. So discard a card or advance the dark. And I have our other one which does it. But if I play that blue card first, I gain an extra recruit point. And I do have Donut Run, which advances the dark. So I can afford to advance the dark twice if I wanted to, but although I only have one other attack card in my hand, so what I'm going to do, because it only gets me 3, so I'm going to play this. I'm going to discard my initiative soldier, so I don't have to advance. Then we're going to play our Slayer activation spell, which gets me 1 recruit, lets me draw a card. It says discard or advance the dark. We're just going to advance the dark 1. That's fine. But I gained 1 extra recruit point because I played a blue card before that. So now I'm at 2 recruit. We're going to play another one of those because I just drew 1. So that's awesome. Since it's discard a card or advance the dark, I'm going to discard my wound I just draw. No reason to keep that in my hand. So that's actually not too bad either. So that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit points. Then we got 5, 6. I don't have a red card, so I don't get that bonus, but I get to advance the white back up 1. 7, 8. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8. So I'm definitely buying this big Giles, I think. It's probably the best way to go. So it says you may discard the top 3 cards of your deck, return 3 Slayer and or Watchers from a discard pile to hand. If I play blue, I get 2 for each attack. I have 3 blue right there. That's definitely a good combo. Legion with 1 point I don't need, but that's alright. And we have another Binding Field. That was a really good turn as well. Alright, Willow's up. 1, 2. Ooh, wait, I had 3 attack. I'm going to use that 3 attack to take out this guy and advance that white. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Willow's big bag, or enemy, is going to be a Master Strike. Master Strike says, set the dark to 3. Ah, crap. Each player discards a random card for each Master Strike. So each player has to discard a random card. So I haven't even looked at my hand, so I'm just going to discard the top one, which is a Watcher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Buffy, I didn't draw anybody's hands yet, so I'm just going to discard the top card I drew since it's the random one. 4, 5, 6. Alright, Buffy unfortunately got rid of a good card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Angel needs to shuffle up and then discard whatever card he's going to draw. It's just an initiative soldier, so that's not too bad. Alright. Okay, what do we got then going on? We can do some damage this turn. So we have 3 buy power for this deck. I think we're going to get... We'll just pick up a Slayer, and that'll help us out there. So now I have 2 attack. It says I may gain a wound, put it on top of my deck to gain 2 attack, which would get me 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll gain a wound, put it on top of my deck, and I'm going to play another one, which would get me another 2. But if I play the green, I can KO a wound from my discard pile. Oh, it goes on top of my deck. I can KO a wound from my discard pile. I don't have one. But I have 2, 3, 4. I'm going to gain another one. Gives me 8. So now I'm going to have 2 wounds in my next hand, but I have 8 attack. We're going to take out the Master. So at least we've done it at least once before we die. So we have the Pergamon Codex. Advance the light twice. Defeat a villain with victory points equal to or less than the light. So 1, 2. Unfortunately, we're still at 0 for that, so that doesn't help me. But that's alright. Well, at least I took them out once, so I can say I did that. Alright, then we have Angel's turn. Angel has 2 courage tokens, so that could definitely come into play. Our villain is a Steam Twist. It's our last Steam Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get one more Steam Twist and we lost. So they're shuffled right on the top of the deck, which sucks. But that's what happens, I guess. So we're going to play this first. Hurricane Buffy, draw a card. You may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. I think I have a lot of Recruit. And I'd like to get some other stuff. So I am going to... You know what? I'm going to get rid of his Initiative Shoulder. We'll get rid of one of those. Try and get our other cards first. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit points. So we need to get something good. So I could KO one of my Watchers to get that, or... Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get that one for 4. We have My Will Be Done by Will. Gain a card from the library at cost of 4 or less. Put it into your hand. If it is not a magic card, which is blue, advance the dark twice. Alright, so that's the end of my recruit points. But what we're going to do here is we're going to spend 2 to advance the light up into the light 1. And we have another Oz here. So I could gain a wound to the top of my deck, which would get me 6 points, but 6 isn't enough to take out... Ooh, it is enough to take out the Watcher. But right now I have 4. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to gain 2. This is going to the top of my deck, not the Watcher. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to spend 1 token. 7, we're going to take out the Master. We're going to take him out a second time. We have King of Vampires. Advance the light 3 times. Each other player discards a random card. So the light's going to go 3 times. So 1, 2, 3 will get him up there. I'll get my courage token right back. So that's not too bad. And then we actually had 2, 4, 5, 6... 7. We only spent 7. Okay, so we can't do that. But each player has to discard a random card, which really sucks. Buffy's going to have a terrible hand because she's only going to have 4. Same thing with Willow or Giles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to shuffle Willow's hand just because, like the other guys, I haven't looked at. But hers, I just put them 2 wounds on the top, so I didn't want to discard the top card on purpose. So it was one of the wounds anyhow, so that's not actually terrible for her, I guess. And that would end his turn. Alright. So we are back up to Buffy. We're going to draw a card. We have a loot. Fight. Each player discards a random card. I don't like random card discarding. Make me discard anything else. Alright, what do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 attack. So 2, 3, 4. It's not dark. I don't have another Scoobies, so that doesn't help me there. But I only have 2 initiative. Or, 2 recruit points, which isn't enough. So instead of that potential Slayer, I'm going to discard it to advance the light. Just to help me out there. But I have 4 recruit points. We'll just get this Giles here. Hopefully that'll help us out. And we have another research guy. Alright. Giles is now up. Who is our villain? Master Strike. Ah, crap. Set the dark to 3. And then each player discards a random card, so I could discard 2 cards. Alright. I haven't looked at Giles' hand, so he's only got 2 cards. Here's Buffy's. Willow's, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 random cards. It should always be the top because I haven't looked at them. Alright, well, Giles has a whole whooping 2 cards in his hand, which are both watchers, so that doesn't do me any good, so he basically loses his entire turn. Alright, that really sucks. Up next, we have Willow. She only has 3 cards, so she's not going to do a whole lot better. But we have a Glenn, who's going to just get put under him. We'll read what he does if we get that far. She's got Advance the Dark, Attack, and that. So she can go up 1. 1 recruit doesn't help, but she does have 3, which also doesn't help because Patrice has Attack equal to the Dark, so she currently has 5. So that was also another waste of a turn, unfortunately. And then finally we'll look at Angel, and I gotta probably shuffle up my cards again. Alright, so what do we got? We have the 3 get plus to the Dark. Okay, so that's not terrible. It's not good either. What can Angel do for us? We are not in the light, so that effect doesn't work for Oz, but we have 5 attack and we have 1 recruit. So 5 attack, I could take out the 3, or rather, I'm going to spend, I can't take out the Master because he has +2. I could take out Patrice and not have to worry about her escaping effect. But what I think I'm going to do is take out Luke. I have 5. Each other player discards a random card. I don't want to make everyone discard again. Because they're all going to draw brand new hands. If they already had a bunch of weak hands, that would be different. Oh, Patrice gets attack equal to the Dark. So she's at 5 as well. So 3... Yeah, so she's at 5. I can take her out. So I'm going to go ahead and take her out. And I'll advance the Dark by 1, and we'll just let that be. Alright. I think we're going to call that part 1 of this video. Or at least, or maybe not. We'll see where we're at. We'll see if I play 2 more turns and I lose, this should just be added on. But I need to pause and shuffle up my deck. Alright, everyone's drawn back up, ready to go. It is Buffy's turn. She unfortunately only still has 4 cards from the last crappy set of hands. So let's see what happens here. We got Darla, Ambush, Advance the Dark once for each order of Aurelia's villain in Sunnydale. There are 3 of them. Oh, great. So 1, 2, 3, that will reset. Trigger the Big Bad's ability. It says play a villain from the villain deck. Vampire Initiate. Capture a bystander. Alright. So, this is full back up. That's never fun. Alright. And, yeah, Buffy can't do a whole lot. She has 3 plus 1. She may as well buy one of these guys, see what happens. And we have Death is Your Gift by Buffett. I think it's our first Buffy card. Dark, you get +1 attack for each villain in Sunnydale. That's actually pretty powerful if we can get 5 recruit points for it. Alright, Giles is up next. The Judge is going to escape. Everyone's going to advance, and the Hellhounds are going to advance the Darkness. Now let's hope Giles has a really good hand. He does not. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 recruit points and I have 5 attack. 4 recruit points is not enough to buy anything. So I will play this and I will discard one of those so I don't have to advance. Play that to advance the Darkness. It gives me 5 attack. And I have 3 recruit points, which doesn't really help me. But I will use my 5 attack. What we will do is we will take out the 3 here. That advances us back up into the light. And then we will just recruit a Slayer, and hopefully that gives us some more recruit points. Alright, Willow is up. Player 3. The Gentlemen, okay, they're not the worst. They're terrible to fight, but at least they only have a fight effect. We have a wound in my hand, which doesn't help me. We have 2 wounds in my hand. So we have 2 recruit points, which don't help me at all. We have 3 attack power. I could make it 5. If I needed to. Now, 5 can get rid of some guys for me. Actually, 3 can just get rid of some guys. Now, I could just not do anything and get rid of both of these wounds in my hand, which might not be a terrible idea, but I think I need to take something out, because if that bystander, or if Luke escapes. So what we'll do is we will not get rid of them. We'll just spend 3, and we will get rid of these guys at the bronze, the initiates, because they did us Joyce Summers, which says Advance the Light. Alright, well that helps. I was hoping maybe it would draw me a card or something like that, but you do what you can do, right? Alright, then we're back up to Angel's turn. And the Anointed One. Ambush, Advance the Dark. Fight and Escape are the same effect. Alright, well, we're not getting up there very fast. And I got a crappy hand again. But if it is like, I can play Oz's trademark Stoicism, reveal the deck until I find a card that costs more than 0. And I got that one. Alright, discard the other 2. KO all wounds revealed, discard all they didn't get any wounds, but that's alright. But what we got is we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack, which is enough to take out him. The Master, but I really should take out multiple other guys. Which I could spend 2 attack to get me 2 more. It gives me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could take out Luke, but everyone has to discard a card. And I could take out the Hellhound, which wouldn't be bad. Or I could take out... Actually, it might not hurt to take out the Gentleman because he makes everyone KO. I can get rid of a weak card out of somebody's hand. And then I can advance, get rid of the one out of the bronze. I think I'm going to do that. I have 3 buy power. Do I want to buy... No, I'm going to defeat the Gentleman first. Well, we'll defeat him and defeat the Gentleman, so up that to 1. Each player must KO a card in their hand. I'm going to KO one of my Watchers from my hand, which gives me 2, which I can't do anything with. And I need to draw everyone else's hand and KO a card. So, I'm just going to clean up his stuff here. Yeah, because that'll only leave me at 2. Yeah, not enough to do anything else there with my other tokens. I could, I guess, buy a potential Watcher, but I don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Willow is going to... She's just going to KO a wound. So that's not bad at all. Giles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is also going to KO a wound. Hey, this is definitely working out in my favor. Yeah, everyone has 1 less card, but they're going to have 1 less card anyhow. But at least getting rid of them wounds will help later turns if I survive that long. I have 2 open spots in Sunnydale, so that'll definitely help that way as well. Just hope Buffy gets something decent. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to get rid of some of these basic cards. But the moons are worse than a basic card. 3 Initiate Soldiers and a couple of Watchers. It's not going to have enough to buy anything since her turn's next, so I'm just going to KO one of the Watchers. Alright, so that's the end of Angel's turn. It is now Buffy's turn. Let's see what she's got. She's got Dingoes ate my baby. Alright. So we'll go ahead and leave that. Advance the light by 1. I don't have any other Sunnydale characters, so I'm only going to have 3 recruit points. And I will have 3 attack points. It's 3 attack points don't help me at all. But I will buy another potential Slayer in the hopes that I can eventually get some points to buy something. Alright, Willow is up next. We have a Clem. Alright, so this guy's just eating people over there. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to play Rupert Giles versus Leica Stevedore. I wish I had a blue card that would give me 2 attack, but it says you may discard the top 3 cards of your deck, return 3 Slayers or Watchers from your discard pile to my hand. So 1, 2, 3. I gotta just any good Slayers or Watcher cards. I don't. I got potential Slayers. And I may as well add 2 extra Watchers. Because all the other cards were Scoobies and everybody else. But at least it's going to get me a bunch of recruit points. So I'm only going to have 2 attack power with him, which doesn't help me. But I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. I think with that combo, do I want to go with the blue or do I want to go with the gray? I think we're going to go with this, the 5. Yeah. Alright. And then we will have a Prophecy Girl. To attack, you may activate dark abilities on cards you play even while it is light. I need to get... Somebody needs to start buying them Buffy cards. There's a 2 cost. So that's definitely possible. Alright, Willow is up. We're going to get Vampire Initiates. Capture a bystander. These guys sure like to capture. This happens a lot more than in the Marvel game. But we're going to play that to advance the light, which is going to give me a Courage token. 3 attack. So before I spend any of my recruit points, I'm going to spend 1 to use my 4 attack to defeat the Anointed One, which is going to advance the darkness down into 1, which is fine, because it's going to get me 2 bystanders. Dingoes ate my baby, defeat a villain at the bronze. I didn't have anyone there, so oh well. And then Glem, which says reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, KO 1, and discard the other. So this could help thin out my deck. KO 1, discard the other. So KO 1, discard 1. Alright, so that didn't help me as much as I like, because, again, hoping for a good draw effect. But it did open that back up a bit, and that was at Sunnydale, so actually the light goes back up 1 anyhow. So now I could advance that by 2, or I could buy a cost of 3. Yep, so we're going to discard our potential Slayer, advance the light by 2, and then we're going to play 2 to buy this Buffy card. We got another Bricklayer. Everything costs so much. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Angel is up. We have another Darla Ambush. Advance the dark for each order of Agrelius. So 3, 1, 2, 3. Puts us back down into the dark, unfortunately. Alright, so we have Hurricane Buffy. Draw a card. And then it says, if it's dark, you may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. I have a wound. Let's just KO that wound. Get that out of there. Then we're going to play the Sophie's Giles card. You may KO a Watcher in your hand. If you do, gain a potential Slayer and place it in your hand. So that helps. So now I have 2 buy power. 3, 4, and 5 buy power. I can buy a good card. I think we will buy... You know what, we'll buy the Glorified Bricklayer. For 5. And that gets us... Ooh, we got the big Xander card. Latent Soldier Know-How. If the light is 3, defeat a villain. Nice. And 2 Scoobies rescue 3 bystanders. So that's helpful. Then we'll play our other 2 attack. If we have 3 attack, which will advance the light by 1. We'll spend our 3 attack. We'll actually defeat the Vampire Initiate, which will advance the light 1 more because we're in Sunnydale, and we gain a Joyce, which ups us 1 more to 3. So that's actually a really good turn. Now, I did have 2 extra attack. I could have taken out somebody else. I'm kind of trying to save that in case I need it. Alright. Buffy's up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for Buffy. Who's our villain? We have Steam Twist. Alright, that ends the game. I have lost. I've drawn all 7 Steam Twists. So we're going to do is we're just going to keep playing to see if I could win. If I draw the last Steam Twist, then I'll call it quits no matter what. Alright, so we'll call that there. What I'll do is I'll replace it with another villain. It is a Dawn Summers. Alright. So we'll just call that and we'll just draw a new one. Or if I draw all 5 Master Strikes, either one, I will definitely end it. But we'll see what happens. I have officially lost, though. So we're going to play this Xander first. It says, if it's dark, set it to 1. It's not. Scooby, it's not. We get 2 attack. But then if I play another one, if I played a Scooby before that, which I did, I get attack equal to the light. So I have 2, 3, 4, and it's at 3 right now. So 5, 6, 7. I have 8 attack, and I have 3 recruit points. Now my 3 recruit points aren't going to help me yet, but I'm going to use my 8 attack to take out the Master. Fruit Punch Mouth. Advance the light twice, draw cards equal to the light. So 1 puts us back to 1, and then 2. But she's gonna gain a token, and I draw 2 cards. So let's see what we get. We got 2 more recruit points, which is 5. That's perfect. We're gonna buy this Buffy. Ooh, do I want a Scooby card? Because she's got the other 2. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna buy Glorified Bricklayer. And then we got another one of those. Alright, so that was a good turn for Buffy. Giles is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got to shuffle decks, so I'm gonna pause while we shuffle. Alright, Giles' turn. Let's see what we're fighting against. We have... Ooh, Billy Ford. Oh, I don't like Billy Ford. I don't want to rescue Dawn. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got some interesting stuff here. So we have a lot of draw power, but I don't have a lot of buy power. So I think what we'll do... So we may as well play this. It says discard a card or advance the darkness. You know what? We can afford to advance the darkness 1. We have 3 attack. Now, I don't, like, what am I going to do with 3 attack? I have nothing to do. I only did it because I can play that one, and now I get +1 recruit point, and I get to draw a card. So that was kind of my hopes, was, like, it would sort of give me an extra bonus. Plus, we can play this one to advance the light back up. So we are now at 4 recruit points. 5, 6, 7, 8. And another attack. So it still only leaves me at 4 attack, which isn't enough to attack anything, unfortunately. But we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 recruit points. Now, again, I probably didn't need 8 recruit points. I probably could have not done that and just discarded a Watcher. Oh, wait, I'm going to have to discard someone for her second card. So, yeah, I'll discard. I think I just discard that initiative trooper I drew. It's not a big deal there, but I have 8. So I have options here. I could get a 5 and a 3, which aren't bad. But I have a lot of Scooby cards. I think I'm going to get this Big Xander. For 7. And that'll give us another Oz card. We haven't seen Oz in a while. Which is, we survived. Reveal the top card of your deck. You may KO it. If you KO a wound, advance the light. Alright. Then we have Willow back into play. Willow is going to fight Drusilla, who says, ambush. Each player discards their hand and draws 1 less. Ugh. Alright. So I gotta reshuffle Willow's deck because her hand was full. Alright, so that's gonna be an interesting thing. So I'm gonna do a quick pause again since I have to reshuffle everyone's deck. Alright, everyone's back to their size 5 hands. Willow ends up getting a crappy hand now. But we will see what we can do with it. So I only have 2 recruit points, so that doesn't help me. I can play Buffy, gets me 2, says activate dark abilities. I don't have any. I didn't play a yellow card, so I don't get that. And I can play Oz, which gets me 4, which I can discard or gain another wound to gain another 2 points, which gives me 4, 5, 6. Which I think I'm going to have to do, otherwise I can't do anything else this turn. So we'll put a wound on top of my deck, we'll have 6. We will take out Darla here, which will move our leg up to 3. Steal a courage token from another player. So we will take one from Angel because he has 2. Rather than Buffy, who only had 1. But then we have to play Billy, which advances the darkness. So that doesn't help me too much more. I still only have 2 recruit. I could spend a third one. My courage token I just got. Ooh, wait. I can just spend my 2 points here, and we'll gain we survived. That's actually not going to be too bad. Help me with that other card. Another Prophecy Girl. Alright. And then we're back up to Angel. Alright, what's Angel gonna fight? A Hellhound, advance the darkness. We're kind of keeping that darkness at bay. Some of the other characters definitely play with the light and darkness more than these guys do, though. Alright, but we got some fun stuff here, though. We have Hurricane Buffalo, which lets me draw a card. If it was dark, I would get to KO a card, but it's not. So that gives me 2 recruit points. This will give me a third one. So I'm going to spend those points to buy, I think we're going to buy Prophecy Girl. Because that'll help if I get Hurricane Buffy again. If I had 4, I would have spent 1 more point to get that one instead, because that would have been a lot better. Then for attack, I have Advance the Light. With Old Broody Pants, I have Residual Werewolf, which gives me another 2 that I could spend to get 3, 4. So I have 4 right now. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I think we're going to do that. We'll gain a wound. It's fine. We did play a green card, so I'm going to play this. If I have a wound in my discard, I don't. We have 8 points, so we're going to take out the Master one more time. Now, normally you only need to take him out 4 times to beat him, but because we already lost and we're going to play, I like to play last time. We'll play one last round. So, Advance the Light 3 times. Rescue a bystander equal to the light. So, 1 sets it there, 2, and then 3. So we get 2 bystanders. Which we have Advance the Light with Joyce. And then draw 2 cards and discard 1 card. So 1, 2, discard 1. It's not going to matter because I'm going to have him, which is going to say I make KOA Watcher in my hand. I don't have one in my hand. I wouldn't have had one unless I did stuff completely differently. Alright, so normally that would have been the end of the game. So I'll call it, I lost officially. I tied unofficially because I won the second time. So let's see if we can beat him one more time, just for giggles, before we draw either the last Master Strikes or the last Steam Twist. Alright, so Buffy is up. She's got a full hand. And Gachmar. Ambush. If it is dark, advance dark. If it is light, set it to dark 1. Alright, that kind of sucks. Ooh, we do get a courage token though. Ooh, I probably could have done something with that. That's alright. Buffy's got a terrible hand. Glorified Bricklayer, draw a card. So that's 2 attack. We have 3 attack. And we have 4 buy power. She's just not getting anything I really need. So we're going to spend her courage token to gain a 5th one. We're going to get some more attacking here. And we'll use our 3 attack. We will take out the Hellhounds, which will advance us back up into the light, just to kind of help keep us alive. Alright, then it is Giles' turn. Now another sweet. Each player chooses a card and passes it to the left. Alright, you know what? He's going to pass a Watcher to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to pass an initiative soldier over. I have a wound, but she has enough cards in her hand to let her get rid of wounds. Buffy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to pass a potential Slayer over. So I know I needed them recruit points, but I think that'll help. And then Angel, I have to reshuffle quick. Otherwise, there's not enough cards. I like that effect, though. That's a fun one. It would be better if there's a way, like the encounter games are kind of nice for that reason, because they kind of tier stuff off. So the villains get harder as they go along, so you don't get these massive villains right off the bat. That's why I usually play at least 1 or 2 rounds. Like let everyone go through their 2 starting hands buying cards, and then have a villain, or maybe like 1 villain at the end of the overall round, rather than just 1 after return. Otherwise, the thing gets too full too quick. You know, it's hard to say what's the best way to do it. So we have 4. So we have to pass a card. You know what? He's going to pass this Sophius over. And then he's going to keep that. Alright, so that was Giles' beginning of his turn. he's going to play this first, which says, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. 1, 2, and then I don't have any more from my deck, so I have to draw a card. So I'm not sure what the ruling is on this, because technically if I have to draw a card, I should have to reshuffle my discard pile, which would leave me with 1 card. So I'm going to do instead is pull out my 2 cards that are Watchers or Slayers out of here, and then I will draw another card. So I have Binding Field, which is a good Watcher card. Otherwise, all my other Watchers and Slayer cards are going to be potential Slayers or Watchers. So I will draw those 2. I will shuffle up. And if my last card is a Watcher or Slayer card, I will draw it. Otherwise, I will just leave it in my discard pile. Is a Watcher. Alright, so we will grab that. Now, unfortunately, I didn't play a blue, so I don't get any extra attack out of that, which kind of sucks. But I'm going to have a lot of recruit points here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 recruit points, which is really nice. And we're also going to have an attack, which lets me draw 2 or advance the light. 3 more attack, and then we're going to play this, which is Binding Field. It says reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Draw all Watchers and potential Slayers revealed this way. If I play a tech card, I get +1 for each gray hero I have played this turn. So 1, 2, 3. I only got 1 Watcher. So the other 2 will go back to my deck. I'm going to play that other Watcher. So I got 2, 4, 5, 6 recruit points I can spend. I think I'm going to buy another one of these guys. That's a really good card to have. And then I have 2, 3, 4, and I have for every other gray card I have played 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 attack points. So that's enough to beat the Master. So I have beat the Master this turn. There's no point taking out anybody else. So that was actually a really good turn. So I just want to see what the other 2 players could do quick. We'll just finish off the round. We had Vampire Initiates. Willow would not have been able to do much. She had all basic cards in her hand. And then what would have happened on Angel's turn? Another Health Wreck. And yeah, he basically had a crap hand as well. So how many more cards did we have until we would have lost? Octarius we hadn't seen. Steam Quest. I had 2 more turns and I definitely would have lost. So where are the rest of my Master Strikes? Oh, towards the bottom there. Well, we didn't get to Spike either. Yeah, that was definitely fun. I lost, but I can kind of see some of the issues on what happened. It's also, anytime you're playing any of these deck building games, it's trying to figure out what the best way is, and sometimes, was it better to buy more potential Slayers right away or buy some of the other cards? Plus, I got a couple of high-cost cards right away. Buffy's big card we didn't get to. I also think, I added in the, there's Willow's big card, and Oz's big card, which we didn't see either. No, I added in the Angel card, and honestly, that, depending on what decks you're playing with, that could be good or bad, because it advanced the Dark, gave me 2 attack, which 2 attack's not bad. I usually like to play something, though, that lets me draw a card, or do something like that. I think that helps the game a little bit more. I wasn't getting courage tokens a lot, but again, that might, based on what characters you're playing, that might work a little bit better. But yeah, no, this is really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a super long video. So hopefully you stayed to the end. If you did, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this with different characters, because there's Spike, Cordelia, Faith, Tara, Buffy Bot, and the first Slayer. I think that was all of them. Or if you'd like to see the other legendary games, I'm definitely going to go through all the Marvel, but if you're interested in seeing like Firefly or Alien and Predator, one of those, at some point I'm going to eventually buy the James Bond games, and if that's interesting, just let me know. Or if you'd like to see a different deck building, like BC, or one of the other deck buildings on my channel, let me know. See you guys later. Bye.